This video, I'm just going to comment on a couple of things that I saw recently, and I think I've touched on this multiple times, but I just thought I'd go over it again. I recently watched two videos, and I'm not going to say who they are, what personalities they are. One was an indoor video, and one was an outdoor video. Well, the outdoor video, let's start with that. Gentleman was a sniper, and it's cold. You can tell it's cold. People are wearing layers, heavy coats, things like that, and their vests and plate carriers and stuff on top. And he's sniping at these gentlemen from I don't know the distance, so I can't comment on that, but there is a certain engagement distance that they have to have in this location, which is mentioned several times in the video. And he shoots one person once, twice, three times, a fourth time until the guy calls the hit. And he's really upset over it, that the guy is cheating and not calling his hits. Another spot, there are two gentlemen at quite a distance, and he even mentions this in the video. And he shoots them, and you know how they put the little reticle that it's a hit? Well, I looked at the video, backed it up, zoomed it in, whatever I could do with it to look at it, and you can't really see if the guy got hit or not. And so he shot at the other guy, and he shoots a total of 3 times at each person. One of the guys called a hit because he was coming out of the building when the last shot occurred. So he was a little closer, maybe 10, 15 feet. And the guy goes off on the player still in the building about not calling out his hits, he's cheating, and he's just bitching and moaning and complaining to this guy to the point where a ref has to come over. And my first thought is, you're saying how great this sniper rifle is and all this other stuff, and you might be a great sniper and all that, but it is an airsoft BB. There looked like there was a little wind. You're telling me the distance was far. Maybe your BBs weren't getting to this guy. You think they're hitting someone, but they're actually dropping in front. To go like ballistic, and this is not a younger guy. This is an older gentleman. To go crazy on some young player who you think is not calling their hits. Or a person that's got all these clothes on and gear, and you get upset because it takes 4 shots to hit them. They might not be feeling that hit with all that gear on. Just keep that in mind. Like you're outside playing in the cold, people are going to be layered up. Myself, I have a long underwear on, I have like a sweatshirt on, I have my one jacket on, I have my other vest on, and then I have my chest plate. So if I get hit in the chest, I might not feel it. I could hear it, but I might not feel it. So getting upset because you have to shoot at somebody 3-4 times before they actually hear the hit or feel the hit is par for the course for outdoors. So getting upset and just going off on another player is not constructive, and it just shows bad sportsmanship in my opinion. Second video I watched, which was funny, is an indoor video. And supposedly this is a celebrity of on YouTube. And some of his videos are entertaining, and he might be a really good shot. But in the video, it shows him shooting players 3-4 times, 5 times. I watched him shoot the one guy 5 times. Come around the corner and bang, 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 bang. And the kid is saying, hit, 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 after the second shot. He comes around another corner, and it's a basically a bang, bang roll. And he bang, bangs the one guy, and they start arguing because he shot his gun, and they don't call gun hits. So then he shoots the other 2 guys that are with him, and they start complaining he's dead, and you're shooting at him, and this guy said, you hit my gun, you hit my gun, and he keeps going. And he comes around a corner, and about 15 feet away, a gentleman shoots him 3 times, and he starts getting really upset with the guy, saying, "One shot, dude, you don't need to shoot me 3 times." Where he had literally minutes before shot someone 5 times at the same distance. I watched the rest of the video, and the same thing happened. He would shoot other players 5, 6 times, and he got upset again when he got shot 3 times by another player at a farther distance than what he shot another player. He came around a corner and shot a player within 10 feet, which should have been a bang-bang, but he shot him 5 times. And the kid is yelling, "Hit, hit, hit." I used to like CQB. I used to go all the time. I was actually a ref at an arena. And I think that jaded me from the point where these people overshoot. And they always complain about overshooting because in the heat of the moment, you see a guy, you start pulling the trigger. In one arena I played where they allowed full auto, I came around the corner and scared a kid who put the gun, had it leveled right at my stomach, and I was not wearing any gear other than just my combat shirt, and I had a pistol. So I had a little battle belt with my mag on it, extra mag. And he put the gun around me and held the trigger down because he was scared when I came around the corner, and I bang-banged him, but he shot me, full auto, in the stomach. And I had to push the gun away and say, "Yo, dude, easy." All right? It was a mistake on his part. I didn't go off on him, but I explained the rules very calmly and said, you really need to have a 10-foot engagement distance, and you need to say bang-bang if you're closer. I said, if you can't figure out 10 foot, these are 8-foot pieces of plywood. You got to be a little farther than that to be able to shoot somebody. The kid thanked me and left. I had a big red welt on my stomach, but, I explained it. I didn't go ballistic on the kid because he shot full auto at me at point blank. But the whole phrase comes to mind, "Do as I say, not as I do." Or it's something like that. I probably redid that. But this indoor video, the guy narrating is bitching about the people not calling their hits and overshooting, yet he is overshooting almost every person he shoots at. That's my little rant for today. It just annoys me when I see videos like that of people like the pot calling the kettle black. You're not calling your hits, or you're overshooting, and he's doing the same thing. So, it all happens to everyone. Indoors, outdoors. The adrenaline-filled moment, you start shooting at somebody, you shoot, you might hit him you might shoot 4 times, you might have hit him with the first BB, and he's getting ready to pull his dead rag out, and he gets shot 3 or 4 more times. That's why I like to have people yell, "Hit," when they're hit. You hear it, you see a hand go up, "Hit!" You still might get shot by 1 or 2 BBs, but it's not as bad as getting shot by a dozen BBs. So, and the one thing to always remember is you're out there to have fun. It's a game. People forget that. So I hope people remember that the next time they're out there and they start complaining about people not calling their hits or like somebody cheating. Look at the situation, count to 10, and go back to spawn and come back in. All right? So maybe you got to walk a little bit, but maybe that time to walk will cool you off so you don't go off on the player. And keep in mind, it's only a game. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good day. Wow.